Hello everyone and welcome to another Maths tutorial video. Today I'm going to discuss Form 5 Additional Mathematics Chapter 2 Linear Law Long Question Example 4. Before I begin, if you are new to any of my videos, please do subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell as I'll be discussing more mathematics tutorial video in the future. Alright guys, without further delay, let's jump to the question now. The table shows the value of two variables x and y that are related using the equation y x to the power of m equals to k, where m and k are constants. So as you can see here, these are the values for the x, these are the value for the y. Okay, let us continue to read the question. Using a scale of 2 cm to 0.1 unit on the log 10 x-axis and 2 cm to 0.2 units on the log 10 y-axis against log 10 x-axis. Hence, draw the line of best fit. So the question asks to begin the vertical axis from 1.0. Okay, let us continue to read the remaining question. From your graph, find the value of m and of k and the value of y when x equals to 2. Alright guys, I hope you will attempt this question in the future. If you could manage to solve this question, well done guys. But if you can't solve this question, no worries, I'm going to show you the step-by-step working and the solutions now. I hope you guys are excited as I am. Let's proceed to the solutions now. Okay, I'm going to show you the solution now. Okay, as usual, for the very first step when we are encountering a linear law question is change the non-linear equation to a linear form. In this case, the non-linear equation is y x to the power of m equals to k. So I'm going to show you how I done the question. Okay, I literally rewrite the whole equation over here. Y x to the power of m equals to k. For the next step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to log both sides with respective to base 10. Okay, from here you get log y x to the power of m equals to log k. You guys might be asking me why you didn't write the base 10 over here. It is understood guys, log 10 y x to the power of m, or if I write log y x to the power of m, is the same. You can treat this as a number of base 10. You can write 1 or you can write 1 to the respect of base 10. It's a simple explanation. I hope you understand my concept. Okay, let us continue. Okay, this y x to the power of m we can break into 2 by the addition of logarithm. Let us continue to the next step. From here you get log y plus log x to the power of m equals to log k. Alright guys, we are very close to the straight line equation form. Let us continue to the next step. From here you get log y equals to negative m log x plus log k. Okay, you might be asking me how I get negative m. It's very simple. This log x to the power of m, I move it to the right hand side. So it will become negative log x to the power of m in the right hand side. The power of m, I move it to the front. That's how I got negative m times log x plus log k. In this straight line equation form, your log y will be treated as a y-axis. Your negative m will be treated as a gradient of the graph. Log x will be treated as your x-axis. And log k will be treated as your y-intercept. Alright guys, I hope you understand the working that I've shown to you so far. Let us proceed to the step 2. Okay. Once we already convert the non-linear equation to linear form, let us proceed to the step 2. So the step 2 is to draw a new table consists of log y and log x values. In the question, they've already provided the x and y value. The only thing we need to find is additional two values, which is log x and log y. Okay, once you've already find all those values here, now you can proceed with the step 3 is to draw a graph of log y versus log x. Alright guys, I'm going to show you the graph now. Okay, so this is the graph I drew. This is the title, graph of log y against log x. Log y, y-axis. Log x, act as an x-axis. So as you can see here, I start the vertical axis with 1.0. You might be asking me why you add the constraint symbol over here. Because guys, we are not actually starting from the actual scale. This actual scale starts from 0.2. By right, you should be starting with 0.2, 0.4, 0.6. But then we immediately start with 1.0. That's why we add a constraint symbol over here. There's actually two ways you can plot your y-axis graph. Number one, you can either start your 1.0 right at the origin over here, or you can start at the top over here, provided that you draw a constraint symbol over here. There's nothing wrong. You still get back the same answer, guys. Okay, back to the question. Alright guys, we have already successfully finished the part A question. Okay, let us move to the part B question. We have already successfully convert our non-linear equation to linear equation, and then we have already insert the new table consists of log y and log x value, and we have already draw the graph of log y versus log x. Okay, now we need to compare the gradient and the y-intercept. Okay guys, from the linear equation that we form, the gradient is actually negative m, whereas for the y-intercept is log k. So how are we going to compare the values? Very simple, we need to find it from the graph. Okay, we refer it back to the graph paper. Okay, we start with the gradient first. As usual, you can choose any 2 points you want. For the first point, I choose 0.1, 2.34. And the second point I choose is 0.67, 1.9. So what you can do is, you can use your ruler. Just form a small triangle over here and pull it over here. Okay? To show that you are actually calculating the gradient of the graph. Okay, the formula to find gradient of the graph is actually very simple, guys. y2 minus y1, which is 2.24 minus 1.9, divided by x2 minus x1, which is 0.1 minus 0.67. Okay, based on this logarithm, this graph, you can see that your slope is actually going in downwards direction. So definitely you will get your gradient in a negative answer. Alright guys, let's back to our explanation. Okay, so we compare with the linear form that we get from the earlier of the question. Negative m equals to 2.24. Okay, 2.24 minus 1.9 divided by 0.1 minus 0.67. So from here you get 0.596, and you compare with your negative m. Negative and negative will cancel off. So you get m equals to 0.596, but in terms of graph, you will be approximate to 0.6. Okay guys, we have already find the gradient of the graph. So the only thing left is to find the y-intercept. Okay, let us find the y-intercept. Okay, as you can see over here, our y-intercept is at in between 2.2 and 2.4, is at the 2.3 over here. It's very simple, guys. Okay, from the graph, your y-intercept is actually equals to 2.3. Okay, compare with our straight line equation form, which is log k log k is actually our y-intercept, and this y-intercept value we get from the graph. So we're going to compare those two values together. Okay, log k equals to 2.3. So how are you going to find the k value? So you calculate using 10 to the power of 2.3. So since this log is a base 10, guys, so k equals to 10 to the power of 2.3. So you'll get your k value is 199.5. Okay, we have already solved the B part 1. Let us proceed to the last question, which is B part 2. The question asks to find the value of y when x equals to 2. Okay, let us proceed. Okay, when x equals to 2, so we're going to need to find the value. Okay, when x equals to 2, guys, actually you need to substitute back into the log form. You cannot just simply find in the graph paper, guys, because if you notice that you won't get the value of x easily. So you need to substitute this x value into the log x. So that's why I write here log 2 is equals to 0.3. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use this 0.3 value. We're going to find inside the x-axis of the graph, and then we're going to find the corresponding log y value, and then we're going to calculate the actual y value. Okay, I hope you understand my explanation. Alright, I'm going to show you now. Okay, since we know our log 2 is equal to 0.3. Okay, can you see 0.3 over here? So this is your log x and this is your 0.3. Okay, what we're going to do now is, okay, you can use your ruler. So you use your pencil, just pull up the point until it intersects the straight line. Okay, until it intersects the straight line. So when you intersect the straight line, you just pull it to the left side of the y-axis, which is the y-axis is log y. Okay, back to our solution. So from the graph you get log y is equals to 2.12. So how are you going to find the y value? Since the question asks y value, not log y value. So log y is equals to 2.12. To find y, you need to calculate using 10 to the power of 2.12. Since log y is in the base 10, guys. So y equals to 10 to the power of 2.12. So you get your final answer is y is approximate 131.8. Okay, alright guys, that is all for my discussion of step-by-step working and solution for this question. Any questions or feedback, feel free to put in the comment section below. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell as well. Thank you everyone for your support, guys, and I will see you in the next video.